Hi, my name is Dan Lepien. I am a singer-songwriter performer from Palmyra, Wisconsin. So when I was a teenager, I started playing guitar, and I was really into like rock and metal. But I grew up in the country, and by the time I was in my early 20s, I think it just made a lot more sense, and I started to fall in love with it. I went down to Nashville with my parents, and that trip was pretty inspiring. And yeah, I just went from kind of like metal into some of the more like red dirt country, and then I really found a love for like classic and traditional country, Keith Whitley, Merle Haggard, stuff like that. So for about 6-7 years ago, that's when I kind of made the decision to go that route. I've written most of my stuff alone so far. Usually it tends to start with, I'll be driving and I just think of some idea or like a theme or a concept, and then sometimes it ends up like I got to take out my phone because I'll think of a melody for that concept or a one-liner type of thing. And then usually sometime whenever I have time in the next few days, I'll go into my office and get a little hopped up on coffee, get the creative juices flowing, and then I'll just start recording stuff. And I like to hear stuff back, and that helps me think of more melodies and stuff. So I'll sit in my office and I'll kind of record parts of it, bits and pieces on my computer, and just kind of listen and then think through it. I'm independent, so I can pretty much make my own schedule, which is really nice. So I go fishing a lot and I don't work too hard, so that helps. When I started playing in bars, I think the first couple shows I did, it was like 4 hours, $75, $125, something like that. And I was like, if I can do enough of these, at the time, that felt like a good amount of money, for making money with music. And I was like, man, this is a lot better than my day job. So I just was like, if I can keep at this, I'm gonna, at the very least, I wanted to just play cover songs in bars, and do that for a few nights a week if I had to every week. But then I loved writing, so it wasn't too long before I was writing a lot and decided to go a lot more into original music. So yeah, it's a lot of fun playing Wisconsin bars, and I think, there's so much rural areas in Wisconsin that naturally you have a lot of people that really like country music. The Crystal Grand in the Dells, that's like a place I wanted to get into for a while before I played it. And I remember being on stage and thinking like, oh yeah, I don't really get nervous anymore. But then stepping on that stage, it was like a whole other feel. It felt like, I always considered it like, it feels like the Grand Ole Opry of the Midwest in a way. And we got to open for Clint Black, and that was super cool. We have some fun, upbeat songs that are just great dancing songs, great guitar licks and stuff. And then we'll have some stuff that, people will really feel. We'll have some good lyrical songs as well, some stuff that will make people think. So I think the cool thing about like traditional country music is you can kind of mix a little of everything with that. The next year is going to be basically finishing up my debut full-length album, playing some shows before the album drops, but then when the album drops May 16th, 2025, playing a bunch of shows and trying to kind of get all over the place, wherever they will have us and wherever they want to jam some good old country music. When the album is finished, just kicking back and playing it start to finish and listening to the product. There's nothing better than making original music. When you get that finished product, get that final mix, that's a good feeling.